This is the cunning and unhinged case of Robert Edward Dyer. As always, this story contains real events that may be distressing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I need just one more.
Perfect candidate. Unaware. Unsuspecting. Please, have one.
And do you have a Tesco club card?
Yeah, I wouldn't be without it, love.
Bingo.
We start at a Bournemouth newsagent's. A shopkeeper finds the concerning letter on the photocopier. Concerning enough to contact someone.
And what does the letter say?
Without prejudice. Follow my instructions, or your customers will be at risk. I do not wish to hurt anyone, but I will do whatever is necessary to get what I want. You will provide Tesco club cards modified for use in cash machines, and not just one set. I want a total value of £1,000 on each card. You are to place a club card in each copy of the local Echo, and I will provide the PIN number 8433 so that only I can use the cards with no limits. Regards, Sally.
Yeah. So hold on to that letter. We will have someone collect it.
Security at Tesco raised eyebrows and logged the incident. You have to consider, Tesco's has thousands of employees and millions of customers. Was it a disgruntled employee? Someone unhappy about the quality of asparagus? Anyone's guess. So let's break this down. This so-called Sally claimed to have addresses of Tesco customers, threatening them with harm, less they receive a ransom to be paid through Tesco cards converted into cash cards. The Bournemouth Echo at £1,000 in each copy would mount to £50 million. Eventually, the intended letter arrived at Tesco. To make things even more strange, the letter was burnt. Perhaps they had second thoughts and tried to burn it after posting. Inquiries were made. The post office said a post box was burnt very recently. Bradpole Road nearby. It did at least suggest the sender was probably local. It didn't provide any more clues. Tesco remained vigilant, but some days passed with no word. Perhaps the suspect gave up and had other things to do. Then came letter number 3.
I have made some small bombs, ready to send to customers. Comply with the demands, or I will send them out and they will get bigger. Regards, Sally.
It was company policy not to comply with these sort of demands. Even if they did, it's not possible to withdraw £1,000 from an ATM machine in the UK. The suspect had left no way to reply or negotiate. Detectives decided to bait the Echo newspaper. A Lonely Hearts advert only they would understand. But no reply and no more letters. The authorities monitored the case. They had a meeting.
Looks like things could be winding down on that Tesco case.
Tesco case.
Tesco case. Tesco case.
It happened while the police were in that very meeting. Thankfully, nobody was badly hurt. The bomb squad and forensics were quickly on scene. More devices had been intercepted at the sorting office. The devices were dismantled professionally and analyzed. The perpetrator had used a CD case filled with incendiary powder. Booby-trapped to detonate when someone opened the envelope. Not deadly, but could have caused serious injury. 7 more letters were posted out threatening customers.
Remember that little old lady that got bombed? Well, you're next, so tell Tesco they better pay up.
Locals were told to be aware.
For the rest of the day's sports news, here's Rob Bonnet. Peter, thanks very much. Good evening to you. Well, after
Before we go to sport, Bournemouth residents are urged to contact police if they receive.
2 more ads were put out pleading with them for contact. It was established at this point that the bomber was probably local. The post box that was set on fire now had a camera watching it. The police urged Tesco bosses to consider meeting the demands. Perhaps let a few cards go through, then cancel the rest. But then came yet another letter from the bomber.
I'm now making a pipe bomb. I did warn you. If you want to talk, use this cipher. I'm not calling no number. You must think I'm stupid.
Very worrying. And so they put out a Mensa puzzle nobody could crack, except the bomber. Then suddenly a breakthrough. The bomber used the watched post box to send that letter. But unfortunately, it was at night. The weather was bad. Unrecognizable and mostly useless. They tried asking if they would accept physical cash instead of cards.
No, it's to be done my way. Stop annoying me and get it done.
A smart move, as police did intend to follow them. And then 3 whole weeks of silence. Until...
Remember that pipe bomb I spoke about? Well, you have until the 12th of December, otherwise it gets deployed. I'll tell you where with a grid reference, and you can come for the fireworks. Regards, Sally.
And so Tesco ordered the cards as soon as possible. But remember, they had to be programmed into ATM cards. Meanwhile, the surveillance on the postbox was 24/7, with 7 cameras watching. Same for the local cash machines. Although there were thousands across the country. They were gambling on them working alone and could stop the cards at any time. Then came the huge setback.
It's me, David, from head office. They can't get them done by the 12th. It's 50,000 cards after all. Yes, I know. I'm sorry.
They tried to buy more time by writing another cryptic message to the bomber. But then, a full week before the deadline,
I got bored of waiting. Must have dropped that pipe bomb. I think it's in someone's garden. Here's your grid reference. Good luck. Sally.
the grid reference covered a whole square kilometer and 500 homes. The community was on edge. Police and experts from the bomb squad searched hundreds of gardens. It was now on national news, and people were extremely concerned.
Bournemouth residents in the south are being advised to stay indoors after someone has apparently deployed a bomb.
Day 2 of the search. Teenagers thought it would be funny to burst weather balloons nearby. The search turned up nothing. The bomber sent a taunting letter.
Hilarious. I just wanted to watch you squirm. I didn't leave no pipe bomb. Not yet, anyway.
Everyone was frustrated. They had to be brought to justice. But guess what postbox he used to send that taunt? That's right, the Bradpole Road postbox, under heavy surveillance with 7 cameras. As it was coming up to Christmas, 37 other people posted that day, posting 172 letters. It would now be a process of elimination, starting with locals that used the postbox again. In England, the Queen declares that not even the police can intercept the mail. However, police could quickly note addresses after the box was emptied. Some people were followed to their homes. Car registrations were taken. They called up the addresses on the letters, pretending to be Royal Mail. They made up a story about mailing errors and asked who had sent them letters. This was all to make the list shorter and zone in on the bomber. A police officer happened to use the postbox. He was interrogated as a suspected inside job, but he turned out not to be the suspect. By early February of 2001, they were down to just a few people. This man was one of the posters. Surveillance observed him walking down a nearby service road carrying a petrol can, clearly buying petrol for his car, and was captured on CCTV doing so. Perfectly normal act. He paid by check and went on his way. Police decided to pay this Robert Dyer a visit, just like the rest. While detectives questioned Mr. Dyer, an officer got to work on the computer because the bomber typed all of his letters on a computer. If a PC or laptop were seen, it was scanned with special software, looking for keywords such as Sally, Tesco, and bomb, and could recover deleted documents. And so it was used. The game was up. Every letter Tesco's had received was there. Spelling errors included. Robert Edward Dyer was finally arrested. 6 months, hundreds of officers, 38 suspects. Not to mention, the panic Bournemouth residents went through. Initially, Robert was emotionless and denied any knowledge of his actions. But all the evidence was quickly brought together. He was charged with 9 counts of blackmail and 1 count of common assault. He pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 16 years imprisonment. Robert was released on license in 2007 after serving part of that term. He probably doesn't use a Tesco Club card. And now, you know about Robert Anthony Dyer.
I miss you, Sally.
Thanks for watching.